afternoon. I'm Captain Dory Korn with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. I'm here to brief you about an incident that we're currently working that happened at 2000 Fashion Show Drive. At approximately 12:53 today, we received a call for service regarding an individual who had entered a hotel property with a large suitcase and a large duffel bag. He had dropped those items off in front of the concierge area, and then he began to yell that there was a bomb in the building and that people had better get out. At that time, the individual then walked out, departed the area in a taxi, and then about 15 minutes later, the hotel received 2 telephone bomb threats. We immediately responded, as we always do to these types of incidents. We secured the area, and we began our investigation in cooperation and in collaboration with the Las Vegas City Fire Department and the Clark County Fire Department, as well as our other partners, to include the security partners at all the facilities here nearby. As of now, our initial investigation indicates that there's no hazardous materials in the suspicious items. However, we are in the process of double checking. Like we do on all these types of incidents, we want to make sure we don't miss anything. So we're just going through our routine process of making sure that there's nothing else that we need to address. But as of now, this is an isolated incident. The area is secure, and we just can let the public know that the immediate area, if you want to avoid it for traffic reasons, we highly suggest that, since Fashion Show Drive, Las Vegas Boulevard, and Sammy Davis Jr. back here are going to be blocked off as we continue our investigation. With that, I have time for just a couple questions, and I got to get back to the investigation.
Any information on the suspect?
Yes, so we do. Our team did an incredible job. I think this community can be very proud of our police officers. Within a very, very short time frame, they were able to track down, locate, and apprehend the suspect that's involved in this. So he's currently in custody. I can't give you the particulars on who he is or the details because it just happened a little while ago.
You guys at the hotel?
I'm sorry, I don't have that information at this time.
Can you talk about the evacuation aspect of this?
You know, our security partners do a really good job keeping order and maintaining safety within their properties. They made the decision to secure the immediate area and evacuate at least a portion of the property. As far as I understand, the entire property as a whole was not evacuated, but a portion of it was for safety reasons.
Is there concerns particularly made because this is the Trump property?
Our protocol for responding to this is to say no matter where it's at, we address a variety of different factors. But ultimately, we responded as if it was any other bomb threat, particularly with the details that an individual was involved. It wasn't just a telephone bomb threat as we initially got it. But with that, folks, I apologize to cut it short, but I will give you an update, or at least we'll send something out through our public information office to confirm everything that I said and to confirm that it is safe and we can clear the area, which we hope will be momentarily. But as I said, we are in the process of double checking everything now. Thank you guys very much.
Tomorrow, a major decision that could require all staff at Clark County schools to get the COVID shot.
A decision that is dividing people tonight. News 3's Tiffany Lane speaking with local unions who represents thousands of the men and women who teach our children. Tiffany, what position are the unions taking?
Well, the number of unvaccinated, the district finds that as a public safety concern. You can see it in their documents. Now, if they do force the shot, the question is, will that force more people to leave when they are already short-staffed?
We already have close to 800 vacancies in the classroom. We have over 200 vacancies of bus drivers. We have a significant deficit in substitutes being available when an educator isn't there.
Not enough teachers, not enough kids getting the education John Velardita says they deserve. Will a vaccine mandate bring the district to the brink?
If there is an exit of other staff, what do we see? Larger class sizes, less social distancing, no quarantine procedures because we don't have a nurse.
These are the thoughts of the leader of Nevada's largest teachers union, counting down the hours to when the school board could mandate that teachers and staff get the vaccine. Teacher Vicki Kreidel among them. She's a believer in the vaccine, but she says others aren't.
Some of the people who have come to me and talked about it are not 100% sure.
As the president of the National Education Association of Southern Nevada, she says her union isn't taking a stance on whether the COVID vaccine should be mandated for district staff.
Because I haven't had an opportunity to survey my own members, I don't want to take a stance on something so controversial without being sure that I represent the majority of the people.
Same with Velardita's teachers union. They're also watching and waiting.
We've said in the past, if a mandate emerges for vaccination. We're not going to stand in the way. Of course, we're going to deal with issues related to it.
What are some of those issues?
For example, how is it rolled out? What's the conditions? The exemptions for people that have medical reasons or religious reasons that are defensible.
He says CCEA did a survey with about 9,000 educators responding.
There was 3 questions. Mandate for masking, mandate for COVID testing if you're not vaccinated, and a mandate for vaccines, all as conditions of employment. And though the majority of our respondents agreed with the mandates, there's a significant minority that did not agree with it.
Velardita says right now about 50% of educators in the district are vaccinated. There is some worry about the impact a mandate could have on staffing.
All right, some important things to look at. This looks like a boring graph, but we're going to break it down for you. This is a national hospitalization bit of data posted by Johns Hopkins University. So why are we showing it to you? The graph shows the COVID patients versus non-COVID patients in ICU beds. In the last week, 79% of ICU beds were occupied across the country, 79% full. A little less than 30% are COVID patients.
Local hospitals are now seeing younger COVID patients.
So not only are they younger, but apparently this new Delta variant is making them sicker too. Our Jeff Gillen has been talking to local hospitals about the changing patient profile. Jeff?
That's right. Good evening, everybody. Not only are they younger, but they share something else in common. They remain overwhelmingly unvaccinated.
At a hospital like Southern Hills, Dr. Dominic Martinello gives me a snapshot of the COVID patients they're treating.
We're seeing 20, 30, and 40-year-olds who are going on ventilators, who are ending up on high-flow oxygen, and they're much more critically ill than they were last year.
Martinello paints a picture shared by other hospitals in the Valley, now dealing with the potent Delta variant. At UMC,
I would say the average age group is now between 18 to 50. And that's a significantly lower demographic age-wise as compared to what we saw earlier on. Earlier on, it was all 65 plus.
Dr. Shadaba Assad is UMC's medical director of infectious diseases. As of yesterday, her hospital had 72 patients with confirmed cases of COVID, including 17 in the ICU. Hospitals in southern Nevada, according to the latest numbers, were treating 1,041 confirmed or suspected cases of COVID, according to the Nevada Hospital Association. That's a slight drop from a few weeks ago, but it's still enough to keep hospitals busy.
Sure, for the past several months, most of the hospitals in the Valley have been running, very close to capacity. We've been critically low on intensive care and intermediate care beds.
The overwhelming number of hospital COVID cases remain unvaccinated. At Southern Hills, Martinello says 90% admitted to the hospital, 95% in the ICU, and virtually 100% of those who died never got a shot. Martinello says he's heard regret.
We've had a number of patients that unfortunately, right before they go on to a ventilator, have said to their families, to their doctors and nurses, I wish I had done it.
Hi everybody, I'm Reed Cowan from News 3 Las Vegas. We want to thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Remember, you can always see more of our videos by clicking on the video links. And also don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our YouTube updates. Thanks for watching.